Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. So I'm doing this as soon as my PC is on in an attempt to stop the fan starting up too soon. It may start up during the solve. I know it's a bit of a distracting noise and it will occur in a couple of videos that I've recorded already. Anyway, sorry about the noise. I will be back on my main PC in a couple of days. So, well, no, in a few days actually. Anyway. I love this picture. This is a kangaroo, and I've been doing a bit of apologizing lately for not getting things right. Once in a puzzle, then with a birthday, and then having forgotten to show Emily's quilt, which yesterday I called a cushion cover, and it's a quilt. Everybody knew it was a quilt except me, and I should have known. Anyway, the other thing I've got wrong lately, and I think I've done this in more than one video, is to call James Kopp Dutch. He sent us a puzzle about the Dutch cricket team and he was very complimentary and cheering them on. So I think I assumed from that James was Dutch, and he's not. He's Australian, and he sent this puzzle to prove it. And with a title of True Blue, which he says is Aussie slang for somebody who is a good guy and a real proper Australian. So I guess they're Dinkum and Bonza as well, James, I presume. But definitely this kangaroo is a true blue because it's using the blue colour of region sum lines. Now don't just pile in and attempt the puzzle. There is a negative constraint that matters, and I will discuss that when I do the rules in a moment. Now, it's too late to enter our competition. It closed today. Very well done to the hundreds of people who completed Skojojobo's The CTC Clone Pack. We will be putting out an honour roll on Patreon at some point, and of course we will also be choosing a winner at some point as well. So very well done to those people who got that in by the deadline. That's fantastic. It was a brilliant set of puzzles based on the names Skojo, Jojo and Jobo, and if you join us on Patreon you can still have a go at it, as well as the various other packs that we've put out lately, the 600k pack and 600k Bang, Sandra Nala's Springtime Pack. So much good stuff, and that's just Sudoku. There's also crossword videos, connections videos, all sorts on Patreon, and on the 1st of next month there'll be a new Sudoku pack to have a go at. So that's all good, and don't forget that there's Sven's SUDOKU PAD in the links under the video. That is a brilliant resource, and our merchandise as well, and of course all of our apps, which include the latest Approachable Sudoku out now, and that's going to build up to 60 puzzles and is very well worth the very few bits of your money that it would take to buy it. Do give it a try. Puzzles from some great authors there. Now, James is also a great author, and he has constructed this puzzle. I'm going to do the rules now. And the rules are these. Normal Sudoku rules apply. We're going to try and put 1 to 9 in every row, every column. Oops, that is a column. And every 3 by 3 box. Now, box borders divide blue lines into segments with equal sums. So that group of cells will equal the same sum as that group of cells and, oops, that one cell. Cells separated by a black dot, there's only one black dot, the kangaroo's eye, are in the ratio 1 to 2. However, all possible black dots are given, and that's the only one that is given. So it's basically a negative constraint over the whole of the rest of the grid that no two cells together can contain a pair with a 1 to 2 ratio. And I imagine that's going to matter a bit during the solve, but we will see. Do give it a try on the first link under the video. I'm going to restart the puzzle and say, oh, let's get cracking. And in these puzzles with equal sum lines, or region sum lines, I like to highlight the cells which, or notice the cells which have one cell in one box equal to 3 in another box, because those 3 have to add up to at least 6 by being 1, 2 and 3. This set includes the black dot, of course. Oh, these have to be the same. Let's colour them yellow for now. And they can't be 9, because in box 6 we can only have 1 9. And now there must be a 1 in this group of cells, because once you rule out 9, as the total on the line, as the n on the line, the equal sum on the line, then this group of 3 cells can't be 2, 3, 4 anymore. So does that mean that's a 1, 2 pair? Not necessarily. That could be a 2, 4 pair, and that could be 1. Oh, there's a 6 down here. So this black dot is either 1, 2 or 2, 4. If it was 4, 8, it would break this line. So there's definitely a 2 in one of those cells. So now we know there's a 2 and a 1 on the line. Do we know more than that? I don't see how we do. Oh, wait, hang on. Of course, the traditional... This is a very useful trick with either blue lines or arrows. So these 5 cells are all 5 in the same box. They have to be different digits. The minimum digits you could have are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, adding up to at least 15. Now they are equivalent. Let me just colour. Those red ones equal that red cell. I mean, I'm not going to stick with this colour. Those green ones equal that green cell, because those are the rules. So they're equivalent to these 2 cells down here, which therefore add up to at least 15 as well. And this one, let's make this cell green because it's the same in both cases. That is now 6, 7, 8 or 9 as well. And it's not 9 because of this 9 again. So that is 6, 7 or 8. Now we don't have a 3 cell, the fan is starting up now, I'm sorry. We don't have a 3 cell segment of the sum for this. And we have to bear in mind that green could be the same as yellow. They haven't ruled each other out so far. In fact, that's a very interesting question. Where does green go in this box? Because we can rule out a number of cells. We really can. It can't go in those cells by Sudoku because of where green is here and here. Now it could be yellow, so we're not ruling out that cell. But it can't go on its own line because that plus that can't equal that, because that cannot be 0. Therefore it's in one of these 3 cells. Now, if it's on this line, green is 6 and this is a 9, and 6 is going with 2 and 1 on the line. Now that is possible. So something about the negative constraint on black dots that's resolving that? I don't think so. Oh, come on, Mark. Just as I noticed 5 different cells in the same box there, look at row 3. There's 5 blue cells in it. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Right. Those 5 cells add up to at least 15. Which 2 single digits do they represent? Well, they don't on their own because you have to add in that cell. So these 5 add up to at least 15. That is at least 1. That takes our total to 16, and it's a total of those 2, which are the equivalents. So those 2 add up to at least 16. They must have a 9 in, and we know where that goes because we've ruled it out of here. This yellow is now 7 or 8. Is that proving? No, green could still be yellow. It's not proving it's not green. Right, but there's more. These now, plus that above the eye, add up to at least 16. And they can't be more than 17. These have to add up to at least 15. So that is now 1 or 2. Can this be 4? Well, hang on, let's think a bit more about these. These add up to at least 15. Oh, this can't be 3, I've just noticed. If it was a 3, this would either be a 1-2 pair, which would add up to 6, and that can't be 6, so it isn't that. Or this would be a 1-4 pair, but that would break the black dot rule. To add up to 8, this would have to be a 1-4 pair. If that was 3 with a 2-4 pair, we've come to 9. So this is not 3. So the 3 in the row, and there must be a 3 in the row. This row is either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. The 3 in the row is here. Now, if this was 324, oh, this would be a 5. It would be 324, 152. That does work. If this was 315, well, then we're using 5. This would have to be a 2-4 pair, and that would be a 1. So what did we say? 2, 3, 4, 1, 5, or 3, 1, 5, and this could be 2 or 4. So that hasn't resolved whether this is... Oh, hang on. This can't be 1, 3, 5, because 2, 4 would have a black dot between them here. Yes. Bingo. Right. So that is 2, 3, 4. That one can't be a 2 by Sudoku. This is a 1-5 pair now, and we know exactly what order they go in, and we've got the total of this kangaroo face line as 8. And we've obeyed the rule. Now, everything else in the row is 6, 7, 8, or 9. This one can't be 8 or 9. This can't be 8. Oh, this is one of the things we can do with the black dots. Where does 4 go in this box? It's not allowed now to go there or there. So 4's in one of those 2 cells. So then 4 is in one of these 3. Actually, I can do more of this. 2 is in one of those 3 in box 2. Oh, and hang on. 2 mustn't touch 4 here. So they've got to be chaperoned. They've got to be kept apart by 3, and we can fill them all in. Ah, yeah, I think this negative constraint is massive, and it's going to be what solves the whole puzzle. I think, did I say earlier I thought it would matter a bit or something? I really think it will matter a bit. I think it will matter a lot. I think it will be the method of solving the whole puzzle. We get 2 in one of those positions. Just trying to not forget Sudoku as we look at the lines and everything. Now let's have another think about green. Green can't be 7 anymore, because where would green go in this box? That's so weird. It can still be 6, and then 6 will appear on this line, or it can be 8, and then 8 appears there in the box, but it can't be 7. This one now, these two have to add up to at least 15, so this can't be 6 anymore. Oh, no, I was going to say... Okay, we've got that 6-8 pair. What's that doing? I don't know. I can hear my fan revving up as well. Oh, hang on. Where does 8 go in this box? Ah, this is a beautiful play. 8 can't go there because it will be between... Well, it will be right next to a 4 on one side or the other. We don't know which side, but it would be next to it on one side. So that's not 8. So 8's in one of those 2 positions, and this is a beautiful sort of Tiggery thing. Now 4 can't be here. We just worked out where 8 is because of the positions for 4's. But now we can work out precisely where 4 is, because if this was 4, that would be 8, and there'd be a black dot. So that's not 4. 4's here. That stops this being a 2 by the black dot rule. 3 and 6 mustn't go together in this box. But if that's a 6, that's stopping that problem immediately. Two can't be next to 4. So if that was a 4, 2 would be on the line as well, and that would be 3. Now, that's possible. There's no rule to say they can't be made up of the same group of digits there as there, I don't think. Okay, what else can we do? 1, 2, 9, 6. That can't be 3. Ah! 8 is in one of those cells, isn't it? This is just ordinary Sudoku. But that turns into black dot Sudoku. Where can 4 be in this column? It's not allowed to be next to the 8, so it can't be in one of those cells. It's not allowed to be next to that 8, so it must be here. That's just bizarre. And then 2 is not allowed to be next to that 4, so that's in one of these 3, which isn't actually that helpful. I don't know what that does. It doesn't really do anything for me. But it's probably time to think about 9 in this box. It can't go on those lines, so it goes there. Actually, I could have thought about that ages ago. Time to think about 9 in this box was a long time ago. Like at the very beginning of the puzzle, it could have been placed there. I didn't do that. I didn't think of it. Now, 7 can't be on that line. If 7 was on this line, it would be with a 1, and that would be an 8. This would have to be 2, 3, 4, and that would be a 9, and this would be a 5, 6 pair, and that seems to work all right. Oh, these must include 1, 2, and 3. In fact, can we add them up now? If this was a 6, these... No, we can't, because we haven't done this one. Sorry. Okay, don't know what's going on there. Do you know what to do next? There's a 4 in one of those cells, and 4 is quite a constrained digit in this puzzle. Not quite as much as where you have black and white dots and they're all given. 4 is either there, or there. Now, if it was here, that would be a 2. Right. No, I was going to say that won't work. If that was a 4, this is a 2, this is a 1, 3, 5 triple. With the 1 there, that's a 3, 5. 6 would have to avoid the 7. Oh. Yeah, let's go back to green being a 6. Then this has to be a 1, 2, 6 triple. Yes, that doesn't work at all. If green was a 6, where does 6 go in this box? In one of those 2 cells. And that would be 1, 2, 6. Now the minimum pair of digits there is 3 and 4, and green can't be 6 anymore. So green is 8 and is in fact yellow. That's the sort of thing we get to say on Cracking the Cryptic. Green is in fact yellow. Now, 8 is now in one of those 2 positions, but it can't be here because it would be touching a 4 again. That's gorgeous. So we get, oh look, add a 6, 7, 9 triple. It's very easy to see why 8 had to be there. That can't be 4 though now. This can't be 8, it's 7 or 9. These cells add up to 15, in which case they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is a 6, 7 pair. And we know the order because that would be 7. In fact, that would be 1, 2, 4, and that would be 3, 5. I don't think there are any black dot problems, but I'm not sure. Might have to think about that a bit further. If this is 9, these add up to 17, and these then add up to 11. I am making liberal use of the secret here, whereby every row, column, and indeed box, like box 5, always adds up to the same total. It's always 45. Tell only your closest friends about this powerful secret. I don't know. Where are we now, Mr. Kangaroo? We've just got this as 8. Oh, let's look around at 8. 8 can't go there. So it's in one of those cells. Ah, and it's in one of those cells. I am going to pencil mark those. Oh, 8 is placed in box 9. It's there. That stops this being 4. Now, is 2 a bit constrained? No, not really. I think 2 still ends up being able to be in any of those cells. No. 8. 8 is now here in box... Oh, look, the pencil marking was fabulous in boxes 1 and 7. I just wasn't using it. We might have finished 8s now. We have. There's the last one. Right. This can't be a 3, 6 pair, so that's a 6. This is now a 3, 7 pair, and I can't decide the order. things are happening now. And they're probably stopping as soon as I say that. I don't know, I thought that was going to be really powerful, getting this 6. Let's just think about 6. Right, 6 is in one of these cells in box 6. No, okay, it just wasn't powerful. I have to understand when something hasn't worked. Ah, if that's a 2, then this line has to be 1, 3, 5. And then this would be a 4 and a 6. The 3 would have to avoid those and go here. Oh, that's quite complicated, but it does work. I can rule out this being a 2. Yeah, if that was a 2, the line has to be 1, 3, 5, but 1's not allowed to be next to 2, so 1 would go there. This would now be a 3, 5 pair. But both of those touch that cell, and so does 8. So it couldn't be 6 or 4, and there's nothing left that it can be. Wow, that's quite complicated, but it works. So that's not 2. That's 2. And is this 4? If this isn't 4, this is a 1, 6 pair, and 2's not allowed to be next to 1. So it would be 6, 1 that way round. If on the other hand it's a 4, 3 pair, the 4 has to be there and 3 has to be there. Oh, but we've got a 3, 7 pair, so that is a 6. That's a 1, that's a 4. Here we go again. 3, I keep getting excited that we're underway. Again, 3 can't be in the top row. So 5 there, 3 there. We've finished box 2. This is a 5, 6, 7 triple. 6 mustn't be next to 3. This is a 1, 9 pair. I don't have a way of ordering those. Now, 2, well, what digit do I start with here? If this was a 7, this would be a 1, 2, 4 triple. That would have to be a 1, that would have to be 2, and that would have to be 4. And that's not allowed because, okay, so none of these cells can actually be 4 because they're either, well, they're all next to an 8. Simple enough. So that's not 7. In fact, where does 4 go in the box? It's not allowed to be next to that 8 either. It's got to be here. Now, this doesn't have a 4 on. It's 1, 2, 6 or 1, 3, 5. If it was 1, 2, 6, that's a 3, 5 pair. And that's 7. If it's 1, in fact, I think we can do the maths and just declare that to be 7. If this is a 1, 3, 5 pair, I mean, the simpler way of seeing that is 1 now has to be on this line and therefore 7 can't be on this. If that's a 1, 3, 5 pair, this is 6, 2. I can't see why that doesn't work. So this is either 6, 2 like that or 5, 3. If it's 5, 3, the 3 is not allowed to be next to 6, so 6 would be here. If it's, and then 1 and, oh, that's impossible because 2 has to be here. If this is 1, 2, 6, yeah, that's lovely actually. If this is 1, 2, 6, 5 is there and 3 is there, and then 6 is not allowed to be in these cells next to 3, so it has to be here. But if this is 1, 2, 6, 2 is not allowed to be next to 4, so 2 has to be here. You can't put them both there. So this is not 1, 2, 6. This is 1, 3, 5. This is a 6, 2 pair. This puzzle is insanely complicated. 1 now can't sit next to 2 there, so 1 goes here. 6 can't sit next to 3, so the box is done. Now I can fill in 6, 4 down here. 1, 7. Don't have any constraint rules to help me. 2, 3, 5 there. No, I mean I mustn't have 1 next to 2 is all I have to keep in mind, I think. Now, what else have we must have thrown something. Yes, 4 in row 4 has only one place. It's not allowed to be next to 2, so it's here. And then it's not allowed to be next to 2 in box 4, so that's 2, and that fixes 2 in box whatever this is. in a cell where I was planning to get rid of 6 as a pencil mark. The other digits in the row are 3, 5 and 7 as they are in column 8. I might as well pencil mark those. 8, 2, 4, 9 now. 6 is in one of those cells. So 3 can't be. So 3 is definitely in one of those two. 4, 2, 5, 8, 2, 8, 3, 4, 7, 9. We've got 1, that's 1 or 5. 1, 6 and 5 in this row. Oh, that can't be a 1 being next to 2. So 1's definitely in one of these cells. And then it's in one of the... No, it can't. Where's 1 in this box? It's got to be here to avoid being next to that 2 or that 2. Good. Doesn't really do anything else, but still, I like placing any digits. Maybe I should just keep focusing on 1, 2, 4, 8 and see if we can use them with each other. Yes, 4 can't go in those cells because they're next to 8. So 4's in one of those 2. Oh, but we'd already... Oh, we've got that 4 and that 4. We can just place 4 in box 9. Now we have 4 not allowed to be next to 2, not allowed to be next to 8, so it's there. And is that all the 4's done? Yes, it looks like it is. Right. Now we've got a 2 in one of those 2 cells. Actually, we've got 2 in one of those 2. Little X-wing on 2's. Which is surprising that I can't finish them off, but there it goes. 1 here can't be there or there by Sudoku, can't be there by the rule. That's about all I've got. Nine is in one of those 2, that is just Sudoku. 8, 5, 2, 4... Doesn't feel like it gets a lot easier, this puzzle. 6 is in one of those 3. That is 3 or 7. It's all it can be just by eliminating the digits it can see. What about this? 3, 6 or 7. Feels like these ought to yield a truth. No, this can't be 3 because it would be touching 6. I don't know, that didn't do anything quite. I mean, it nearly did, but it didn't. I haven't used many 3-6 pairs to make actual deductions. 8. Ah, where's 1 in this column? It can't be in those 2 cells because they would be touching a 2 in that column. So 1 is there or there. And 1, no, I was going to say here or here, but that's not, it could be there. Oh, okay, but 1 can't be here. So where is 1 in this row? Oh, look at that, we can just place the 1, since that 1 would be next to a 2 there, we can place the 1 in row 7, it has to be here. Now, that does the 1, 9 pair at the top. That places 9 here. This is 3, 6 or 7. I'm trying to avoid a 3, 6 pair there, but I don't think that is doing anything. 1, 2, 4, 8. Now, 6 is in one of those cells, so 3 can't be. 3 is here or here by Sudoku in the box. 3 is also in one of those cells. Okay, I don't know quite what that's proving. All the lines are done. I mean, there's no point keeping these yellow cells alive. All the lines in the puzzle are done and the black dot is done, so it's all about the negative constraint and has been probably for a little while. 2 in those cells. It's not threatening to touch a 4. I suppose it it is threatening to touch ones. So if that was a 1, that would be a 2-2 pair. Then you'd have a 1-9 pair here, and that 1-7 pair. That's not a problem. What about if this was a 1? Ah, that's interesting, because then this would have to be 2 in the row. And then 1 in this box would have to be in the corner. Does that do anything? I don't know. Maybe the bottom row, 2, 8, 4, 6 are placed. 3 is not allowed to be next to the 6, so it's either there or there. I don't know. I can't quite see how we make progress here. Sorry, it's getting tougher. I'm probably missing some very, very blatant issue with the rule. Two, 4, 8, 1, 9. Oh, that is 3, 5, 6, or 7. Apparently, I've just discovered there's only one place to put 9 in column 1. So it was just Sudoku that I was missing. And that fixes the 3 here. This might do a lot of good, actually. 5 down there. What have we got down here? 1, 7, or 9. That one is 1 or 7. This one is 1, 7, or 9. In fact, there's a 1, 7 pair in this row. I could have done all the 9s in the puzzle, and I've just been reluctant for some reason. That's not a 9. Oh, now this is gorgeous. This is just gorgeous. Right, if that's a 1, where does 1 go in the bottom row? It goes here. And now which of these can be the 2? Remember, we've got this little 2 by 2, which involves 2 2s. So one of those is a 2, but if you put 1 there, you've got 1 there, and now neither can be a 2, and that's impossible. That's a lovely step. I hope that's necessary, because it's very clever. That gives us 7 there. That's going to unwind this box. Or the 7 there makes this a 6, 7 pair. This is now 5, and we've had precious little traction on 5s. 7 there, 6, 7. No 3 in those cells. 3 is here now in the box, and we know it's not here for every reason. In fact, can we finish 3s? No. Can we? No, we can't yet. But this is 1 or 2. Now, it's not allowed to be 1 again, because that would have to be 2 in this little 2 by 2 square. So that's a 2. That's a 2, that's a 3, this is 1. I think we're finishing off now. 6, 7, 5, 1, a 2 here. No, a 5 here. Thank goodness I just couldn't cycle through the digits properly in my head. 7, and that's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, proving its position. 7, 6, 5, 6, and a 5 to finish. And that is a true blue puzzle. Excellent stuff from James Kopp. Really good. And most entertaining. And it didn't drive me hopping mad like the Kangaroo threatened to. I just had a good time from start to finish. Thank you, James, as always. And apologies for calling you Dutch when you're clearly Australian. We will see you guys again tomorrow on the channel, I hope. Thank you for watching. And bye for now.